Um, Excited to be here again today. Welcome everyone who's with me live. Maybe you can, wait a couple of minutes just to make sure, give some time for people to kind of see the live. And in the meantime, I can open LinkedIn so I can actually see the live as well and see your questions. If you can say hello and where you're from or where are you watching the live from, that'd be brilliant. I'd love to kind of really, um, maybe interact a bit more because I'm getting so many messages in my LinkedIn. But yeah, I'd love also to hear a bit more from you. So today, I'm going to speak about a topic that is interesting. The LinkedIn Live, this LinkedIn Live will be like we're streaming now live. It's on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter. So if you're on any of those channels, please chat, ask your questions, because this is why I do really those sessions. I want to be with my network, support people. A lot of people have helped me. So yeah, I'd love to help others and share knowledge. We have Orhan. Let me. Hi, Orhan. He's from Azerbaijan. Hello. Uh, hope you find today useful. But yeah, share with me, say hello, where you're from. Love to hear more about you and connect and follow me on different social media channels on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So, first, I want to thank everyone who kind of reached out. I got so many messages after my last article, which was really great because, it's just sharing those experiences and getting to know more people on what you want to really hear, because this is important for me. I want to be sharing the knowledge that is useful for you. So, if you can let me know more about that or what the topics you want me to share, that would be amazing. Um, so today I will speak about a very different topic. Let me share my screen because let me share my screen. Why is it not sharing? For some reason, it's not wanting to share. Yeah, share screen. Here it is. So the LinkedIn Live, as much as you can see it now, obviously it will be recorded and you can watch it later on YouTube. You can also, those links in live would be, let me close that. Those linked in live would be also available on my on the podcast. So I'm available on all podcasts, Spotify, Apple, and so on. So feel free to listen afterwards. I'm your host today. My name is Fatima El-Wakeel. I'm an analytics-driven strategy evangelist. I have more than 10 years of experience creating really the right strategies and ecosystems for successful analytics transformation. I basically, the knowledge that I share is from experience, from the research that I've done. And the most important bit in my life was really my MBA dissertation, which was basically about scaling analytics in organizations. In today's session, what I'm going to cover is a topic that's very close to my heart, which is building data analytics teams and what is really needed for those teams to be successful and how you can build the right team for the organization. And as much as this is important for managers, it's also important for people who are getting into the analytics area, because you want to know what skill set would help you kind of grow and learn. So today, it's more of me sharing a bit of experience, what I do when I create a team, what are the skill set that I look for when I do interviews, and equally the things that there's some roles that maybe I don't need in my team, but if someone else is hiring, then that would be a great thing. Because what I've seen from organizations, speaking to my network and reading, there are certain skills that are really missing. and they need to be kind of a focus when we are hiring, really. And they are not technical at all. They are actually more soft skills. So let me share with you those soft skills that I think are very, very important. Um, the first skill is really looking at agile methodology. So you need in your team, you can't get a person who has all the knowledge. The most important bit is to build a complementing team, a team that can work together. They have different strengths, as well as they know their weaknesses. And the first thing that I think is really important when building a team is having this kind of agile methodology, understanding agile. You need one of the team members. Maybe people would argue that maybe this is a bit of a technical skill because agile is a method and you need an agile scrum master or a product owner. But I think it's still like this kind of mindset is really important. So this is one of the skills that you have to have in your team. The other thing, you want to build a team that has the mindset of being disruptors. So they're there. Analytics is something new. It is something that is disrupting the business because it's basically saying, well, you know what, you've done it for years like that. Let me help you. I'll make it easier. I'll give you insights, not data, but actually insights that help you drive the business. Build your strategy right. So you need your team to have this kind of disruptor mindset and be able to answer when someone asks, oh, well, we've done it for years. We don't really need to change it. Well, the team of disruptors would be like, oh, well, we'd do it better because we'll do this and that, and having this kind of thinking out of the box. The third skill set that I believe is really important in an analytics center of excellence or an analytics team, if it's a function, is really a business partner. You need a team. You need in the team people who are business partners, who are there for the business to support them, ask the right question, and understand the business. As analytics people, we're there partnering with the business to solve business problems. As much as there are things that are really nice and fancy, and we can create models, things that are not even used, but the business is really, it's the profitability, it's the bottom line at the end that is important for the business. So you need people who are business partners to the different functions. The other thing is a startup mindset. You need a team with a startup. It's not something that's and a startup is very different than a company that's been going for ages, because a startup actually has the mindset of doing things different and quick wins and looking for quick gains. And having this mindset is really important. I'd love also to, if you can share your knowledge, that would be brilliant. If you can maybe type some of the in the comments, whether on LinkedIn or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, if you can maybe share your thoughts, things that you think are important in a team, or comments on what I'm saying, that'd be brilliant. So if you're watching it on replay as well, feel free to comment. A few other qualities that I feel like really important for teams. A change agent. Analytics is all about change, making a difference. Being a change agent means that you're willing to actually initiate change and suggest change. And a team with this mindset will support each other to drive the business towards the future and the learning. The other skill that is really important, I think there are 4 really other skills that I think are important, which are ambiguity, which is dealing with not knowing what will happen. You get on a project, you get on a journey, try to solve a problem, things go wrong, things go right. You learn from the process. And sometimes you don't even know what data is there. And that willingness to actually deal with ambiguity and be comfortable with ambiguity is very important. It's very important at a senior level, management level, but equally, you need it as part of your team, because The more the team is comfortable with ambiguity, and it is very, very, very difficult, the more the team can be successful. I believe, at least. The other thing is technology. Technology changes. And I'd like in my team people who can learn different skill sets, and also teach each other and teach me, as well as if I see something, I want to share it with my team. So this comfortable with the technology being changing all the time, because, well, to be honest, analytics, we haven't reached the peak yet. We're just starting. And analytics is developing as we go. So there are things that will come up. And being comfortable with technology changes and picking the right tool and changing the tool when we need is very, very important. The last couple of skills that I want really to highlight is being an algorithmic thinker, which is people who are comfortable with, with algorithms, as well as actually understand the power of algorithms. What can we use algorithms in? As much as there are, you can say, well, we want this, or we want to create something, or we want to do this project. It is very, very important that you know the power of the tools that you're using. If we don't know what the tool can create, we won't be able to look at the problems because we don't know if it's solvable or not. As much as I believe in analytics, really anything can be solved, but still, it's actually knowing the power of the tools and algorithms. Last but not least, and one of the very, very important points that I always make sure to have a member in my team who actually knows, is actually problem structuring. And I hope that I do a session just on problem structuring and actually how to define problems. And I'll try to do that in my future LinkedIn lives. At the moment, I'm putting some thoughts together on, especially for the following or next year's LinkedIn lives. But problem structuring is very important. Being able to get the teams in the room, understand the problem, ask the right question, understand the stakeholders who need to be present in the room, having a leader who can lead the problem structuring session, or it can be, problem structuring session or workshop, is very important. And because analytics is always based on really answering a problem, or solving a problem, or even like answering something that the business doesn't know that it needs, it's very important that in your team, when you're building an analytics team, to have a person in this team who actually can do problem structuring properly, who can hold those sessions, who can ask the right questions and get the stakeholders on board. So those are basically the qualities or the skills. They are not technical, but I do believe if you're forming an analytics center of excellence, starting analytics in the organization, if you're starting analytics in a function, whether it's finance, it's purchasing, it's engineering or logistics, commercial, it's very important to have those soft skills, because as much as I always believe that you can learn the tools, but those soft skills, that you can learn them as well, but those are really important when doing a project, because the project would be up and running. And as much as it's important when creating the team, I think it's important for you, if you're also looking for a job, or you are still in the analytics and you don't know, like, oh, what skill set is needed. Those are the skills that management and we look for, because again, a tool can be learned. You won't know everything in Python. No one knows everything in Python or in R or whatever the coding, or if you're doing visualization or whatever. But I think those are the soft skills that are really important, and they're difficult to find. So if you're on a journey to kind of self-develop, those are also some of the skill set that I'd like to share with you, because they are important. And as I said, feel free to put something in the chat, the questions you have, the thoughts you have. If you're watching on replay, please feel free to comment. And if you're watching live, say hello and where you're from, where you're watching from today. I think those are the main skills that I just wanted to share. As I said today, I'm live on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. This session, you can watch it later on replay on YouTube, and I'll put it on all the podcasts. I want to share as much knowledge as possible with people. So if there's anything that you think you'd like me to cover on those LinkedIn sessions, I'm always live first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. UK time. Let me know, and I'll make sure to share this with you and answer your questions. So thank you for today. Really enjoyed the session, and looking forward to see you next month. See you. Bye.